In the stained glass studio, and I'm working on my kiln today. And so we don't do very many kiln videos because they take so much time. But on this particular one, if you'll notice, I've got some issues that have occurred over time. You see the little hooks that hold the wires in place. One by one, they've been falling out. See, and I've made some marks here. This mark lets me know that there's a hole up inside, and this one lets me know there's a hole right there in the middle. And then these three, you see I put kind of an arrow point on these two. That's because they're on this edge of the hole. Now I need to know that because once I start putting it in, I won't be able to see the holes any longer. Now, this one here is just still hanging. And so you can see that this spring has actually let loose. Now, it wasn't this far out. It was kind of holding itself in when I opened it up last time. But I needed to be able to see where those pieces go. Now, also, I've got others here, and you can see that they're kind of poking out. See how my little clips are pushing out. Now, if I push that back in, all right, that holds it in fairly good. And right here, it would be nice. Okay, I can see a hole right there. So I don't think I need to mark that one. But what I'm going to do here is bend my wire just slightly so that it'll try to hold itself in when I go into the hole. So now I'm going to go up. See that? Now the thing that's really critical is you don't want to bend your wires too much, or they may twist apart. Now see, this one is holding, and so I know I've got a hole right about there. I'm going to twist it some so that it'll hold in place. Now I have to find, oh good, it went right into the hole. And you can see now, this part of this wire is pretty solid, pretty held in there pretty well. Now up on this one, I can push that back up, and it's loose. So once again, I'm going to pull it, just like I did on the other one, and I'm going to bend it so that it'll stick. Now let's see if I can find the hole again. See, I can see those two. See, I'm missing I don't have one right there. This is the one I just pulled out. And it looks like I've got a hole right here. You gotta bend them around a little bit so that they'll go into the hole, but they won't fall out. All right, let's see if I can. There we go. This is a Paragon octagon kiln. It lets us heat up about close to 18 inches. I have my shelf here on on pegs so that it stays up, and that's pretty much the way I fire everything. I'm not an expert by any means. Okay, see how that's going in now finally. Come on. I don't like the... Okay, now this one right here is trying to fall out. So I'm going to just slightly poke it back in. Let's see if it'll stay. That just fell out there. This can be a problem when these little pins start falling out and you're cooking something and they fall right in the middle of a piece that you've got melted. Fortunately, it doesn't happen very often. All right, there we go. Now let's see how I get that. There. I think it needs to. I'm trying to go through all of these. I'm just trying to do the ones that are the major ones, and I see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Now there's a 6th one I should mark yet. Okay, and I think I've got, okay, there's one right about there in the middle, and one right about there. Okay, and then I think I see one right there. Okay, so if I can get that many of them in, well, I'll have this figured out for the next season for sure. So I'm kind of feeling around with the bottom of the wire to see where that hole is. I think that might be. Oh, there we are. Okay. Looks like I got it. All right. Let's see how these are. It's like I'm poking these back in here just in the nick of time. All right. Possible that there are more elegant techniques, and maybe there are wires that that have some kind of you know, release pin or something that would fit in there, but I don't. You know, you do what you can. Maybe somebody from the company would be able to teach me some better tricks. Do you think perhaps you could hand me a hammer, Jeannie? Thanks. I can. That's pretty nice. Now that one has just got a wire that just pops right out. So I guess I'll mark. Okay. I don't have the memory for it. I have to I have to mark it or I won't remember where I took it out. And okay. Let's see, I think the holes back a bit. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Okay. This one looks like it's gonna hold. That's okay. Alright, I've got one more. What do you think, Jeannie? Does it look pretty good?
Looks much better.
Alright, we're gonna put this one in right here. If I can. There we go. Now I am gonna make some more wires, you know, so that I can hold these in place, but I'm not sure exactly how to make them just yet. But okay, the wires are in there, they're holding. Let's see. Sometimes when it's cold out, sometimes we'll go ahead and we'll fire our kiln up as a subsidiary heater for the studio, and so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. It's on start. It's starting to heat up. Okay, that's it for how to put your coils back in place. Now there is a way to wire a coil that's broken back together with the other part, but of course I'm not going to show you how to do that until I need it. You know, I'm not going to break my wires. But this reminds me of when I was a kid and I had a great big heater that I had found out in the woods, and I brought it home and I plugged it in, and those great old big old wire coils would heat up and start to almost hum, and but they warmed the room up nice and toasty. All right, this has been David Gom. I hope this has been a fun project for you. I'm really glad to have it done. See you next time.